All right. Thanks for tuning in to Wayne Faye and Company. I'm Desiree.
I'm Shelly.
I'm Brandon.
And this is News Better Late Than Never. As always, let's get real.
Let's get real.
Our first topic of today is going to be Jeffrey Epstein, the scandal, lies, and deceit behind all of this, just everything that's happened, from his island to them blaming Hillary Clinton to the whole suicide. And it's not a suicide, is never a joke at all. But what do you guys feel? What are your takes? How do you think this was all handled? Maybe a little corruption in the mix?
To me, it just seems kind of interesting that as he's about to spill all the tea on every single body, that he just decides to off himself, allegedly.
Allegedly is a valid
allegedly.
Crazy.
So I just think of it as, I'm not exactly sure where they were, what they were doing in the prison to begin with. I don't understand how you take someone off of suicide watch who should be on suicide watch, since obviously he was a danger to himself to begin with. But I guess that's how it rolls, and there's like no one's watching, no one's paying attention, and they can just kill themselves. Like, what are prisons for?
What are prisons for? Like, do you think there was some valuable information probably on that island that we just gonna end up finding out about 20 years later, or?
You know,
it was definitely some stuff.
There's some stuff there.
Some information that he had on a lot of one percenters out there that was on Orgy Island, whatever the fuck.
Not Orgy Island.
I mean, hey.
It was popping.
They call it, so you know what I'm saying?
I would call it sex trafficking pedophilia island.
So
that's
you
what
probably
that
had a lot of information on a lot of important people.
But the nuttiest part about it, I'll just say it like this: the fact that they would try to somehow say that Hillary Clinton would have somehow caused him to be murdered, and like, if she had that much power, I would believe that she would be president right now. Like, we wouldn't have Donald Jackass Trump. But that's just me. I don't really understand that. Like, when I heard that, and then the Jackass tweeted it out to begin with, like, I'm like, this is nuts that this is the current occupier in the White House, and
that's the guy.
He's tweeting conspiracy theories. Like, I mean, Hillary would definitely be president if she could have that much power. Like, I'm just saying, if she got someone murdered, all the people that say she has murdered and whatnot, I'm pretty sure she'd be president right now. Like, I mean, that would have been a given, right? Like, if you have that much power, you would definitely want to make yourself president.
This is true.
So, I just don't believe that ever, and people who say it are just absolutely idiots. I just can't help them anymore. I'm gonna call them what they are. They're fucking idiots.
They're fucking idiots.
That's what they are.
Pardon my French.
I mean, I just don't understand why we just can't let Hillary live. Like, why can't we let her live? Like, damn, she ran for president. Okay, she's
still Secretary Hillary Clinton. She's still phenomenal. She should be president. She is president.
She should be president. She really should. She really should.
I don't know about this current one, but that's just my...
We're gonna come back to the current one, because that's a whole other topic. Because this whole Jeffrey situation is still being looked into. It kind of died down a little bit recently because we haven't really heard too much about it anymore, like they were reporting on it all extra. But
we'll see. Time
continues.
will tell.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like he commits suicide and it just gets wiped under the rug, as if it never happened.
The trust fund he left to his brother, $500+ million.
So, the trust fund,
you know,
the clean money, the money he done filtered.
Right.
That's the filtered money. His brother is getting away.
That is what they do.
Oh, Jesus. We're just gonna keep our eyes open for more information on that, because that's definitely going to be an interesting subject, because our president was one of his friends, allegedly. It was one of his friends.
Definitely on that island.
He was on that island.
Definitely went there.
Trump done been on that island. Like, that's crazy.
He been on that island. That's a fact.
That's crazy to even just think about that. and they want to talk about R. Kelly. Two different
Take
types,
it
but
to
the
a
same.
whole new level.
This is two different chapters out of the same book.
It's a mess.
With that being said, we'll switch gears just a little bit. We'll go into a little bit of a sports, I guess you could call it sports / music / merger segment. This whole Jay-Z and NFL $89 million deal. Trying to figure out where this is going to go. Everybody's blaming him or thinking that he's not standing for the same thing that Colin Kaepernick is standing for. Do you think that he's standing for the same thing, or do you think that what do you think his purpose of this deal is? Or
Well, there was some information. There were some clips that did not go viral that just recently showed up. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that he was really talking about, important views in his mind. You know what I'm saying? So the post has been going around as of recently. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all probably seen it. So, I mean, he was just viewed the wrong way because the wrong clips were out there. So I think this is a great deal. I think this is an amazing deal for both sides. Shit, especially the NFL, they definitely need some guidance as far as the culture. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, they trying to take, but they ain't got no guidance on how they steering this shit. So I think it's a great deal, and I also think it's very important to have his ears in those meetings. You know what I'm saying? In those little boardrooms where it's like 8 of them motherfuckers. It's very important for him to be in that room to discuss certain things. So I think it's a great deal for Jay, man. Shout out to Hope.
I'm saying like this. I love Jay-Z. I love his wife.
yeah, we all love his wife.
So
No, we love Beyonce.
I mean, I think it's a good thing that they have decided. I think that the NFL was already going in a real wrong direction.
It was going south.
It was going south, and I'm glad to see that they're trying to take some initiative. No, I do not think it overshadowed what Colin Kaepernick did, because I just believe that Jay-Z wants to try to do something in a different way, from a different point of aspect of the whole situation. Like, I don't think he's going to forget the plight, because they're way too, I want to say they were extremely black at this moment. They're not going to forget the issues. They know the issues. They speak upon the issues. So I think he's going to start to address issues that need to be addressed. Mm-hmm. And with Colin, I'm glad his protest happened. It needed to happen. But I'm still not a fan of him all the way, because he did not choose to vote. He did all this action, and action without a cause, and an action to it. What is it? I'm sorry. That's
true. Because if you don't help, you gotta help us.
You have to actually want to. You can take a knee and say, this is what I'm protesting, blah blah blah. But if you are not willing to actually put your voting behind it, the right that if it's taken away, you lose everything else. Like, we won't be having this conversation. We're lucky enough to have this conversation thanks to our ancestors. So for someone to forget that and try to promote black issues bothers me. So until he starts voting and understanding that it's very important too, whether you like someone or not, you still need to cast your ballot. Sorry.
I think people
shut up.
I think people don't understand that you vote for a lot more than just the president. Like, if you're living in that county, state, whatever.
You vote for the judges, the sheriffs,
everything.
like all of that is
research.
in your little town, you vote for.
And he didn't vote for none of it.
So you don't care. Okay. I'm glad you have enough money to not care.
No, because all he has to do is take a knee and everybody hears him. Because he need to vote.
But anyway, I'm very glad about the NFL and Jay-Z.
That was a sidetrack, but it was worth it.
I'm sorry, but I'm very happy about it. I hope the Inspired Change Initiative works, and I'm here for it. I can't wait.
I'm saying this. I need Beyonce to do the Sunday Night Football song.
Put it together, Jay.
Because it ain't been right since Faith.
Put it together. We know you can.
It has not been right since Faith. So we can go ahead and wait all day for Sunday night so Beyonce can get up on there with an HBCU and be on some Sunday Night Football. That's my vote.
I would love it.
That's my vote.
I would love that.
Everything else, they can have it. They can have everything else. With that being said, speaking of football, there has recently been a little, I'm gonna call it a debacle, but just a little, I don't want to call it a misunderstanding, a situation. There's been a situation with Shy Wertz, and he's a quarterback out of Georgia, a quarterback out of Georgia, got pulled over recently for a white substance that was on the hood of his car.
No. He got pulled over for speed.
Okay, that's fair.
But
that's
found, or when they started, you know what I'm saying, try to find some on the nigga, you know what I'm saying? That's when they allegedly or found what they claim white substance on the hood of his vehicle.
This is true. So he got arrested for speeding. Well, not arrested. He got pulled over for speeding. They found the white substance. We all watched the body cam video. How do you guys feel about the way that the officer reacted and or treated him and or what the video kind of proved to you about that?
I'm gonna say it like this. It was another nutty video of a black man being arrested for just being black.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have heard of a lot of places people doing coke, and on the hood of your car is not usually one of them.
It's not one of
It
them.
can go down anywhere.
I mean, it can.
It can't go down.
But
if it goes down anywhere, though,
just
it's a
saying.
wild night.
That's a wild night.
saying.
Like
They
the
doing
likelihood-
lines
I'll
off
say like this.
titties
Yes.
and butt cheeks.
Well, yes, absolutely.
I'm just saying. It wouldn't be out the
Why
norm.
wouldn't you? But why would you do it off the hood of your car
They
where a
doing it
bird might
everywhere.
have shat upon while you was in the club?
Who's about to inhale that?
I'm not inhaling that. I'm good. Miss me. Bye.
The whole scenario just
That
seemed
doesn't seem smart. But then the whole thing is if you can't just naturally wipe it off, then it's probably not coke.
It's probably not coke. Coke wipes up pretty.
It's pretty much like dust.
If I say
Like
you would
powder.
think it's like a powdery substance.
It
like,
is cocaine powder. Unless he's doing crack.
So them niggas sent
He
the
ain't doing
testing
no
in
crack.
for some person.
He ain't doing
Yeah, I
no
mean,
crack.
the cop had to feel like a complete.
He did it.
Dodo
You know
bird.
he did it. You know he did it. He believed everything he was saying. Why? Because
believes
he still believes it to this day, even though he was proven wrong. And this is when we can say that those things on field test kits that they use aren't shit. They're whack. They come up false positives more often than
all the
not.
time.
And the next thing you know, someone's getting arrested for some drugs that aren't drugs. It's bird shit.
Bird doo-doo.
Being locked up for nothing.
For bird
Trying to
doo-doo.
destroy this young man's whole entire livelihood.
His whole life. And he got
Like
a whole...
he's been accepted to a university, get ready to be the quarterback, and now you're about to destroy his whole life with a drug charge.
An attempted
That
drug
should have been
charge.
just a speeding ticket.
For a cheap ass test. Like, where are they getting these tests from? The dollar store?
Yes, because they're like you can get like 20 in the bundle for like $2. Well, not the dollar store, but they buy them wholesale for like $2.
Wholesale.
They do.
And them bitches don't work.
They're invalid most of the time.
But the kicker is, he actually had a canine in his car. Like, he was, what do they call it? Canine officers, canine units. He was one of those. He was equipped with a whole canine in his car. He never brought the dog out the car to even search and or
Nothing.
smell
None of that.
anything. So
None of that.
allegedly, everything that he already found didn't give him reason to bring the dog out of the car, and he didn't want to put his dog in harm's way.
That's because he much rather have just arrested this young black man, sent him
That's
to
all he
jail,
wanted to do.
and that was what he wanted to do.
That
That was his
it.
whole motive.
That was
and
his
it's-
whole thing.
It's a shame that we're still dealing with this in this country in 2019
On a day-to-day basis.
on a day-to-day basis. I mean, it could have been a lot worse
It could have been a lot worse.
because
It
we
really
have
could
seen worse.
We definitely want to thank
But-
him for being just calm the whole time. He was very respectful.
Thank goodness for him being respectful, because
Sir,
had he been slightly
that's not doo-doo.
disrespectful,
Like,
it would have went a whole different route. This young man might not be here today.
This is true.
For us to find out that this whole story was a complete fabrication and that this cop should just not be a cop. I'm just saying, maybe we need some cultural sensitivity training. I don't even know if it works. At
Not
this moment.
cultural sensitivity training.
Maybe something. Just saying.
Something.
Yeah, I
That
just
should
don't
get better.
understand. Like, to become a cop, like, you had to go through high school, you had to go through college. Like, did you just not run into black
You
people?
don't have to go to college to become a cop.
And you don't have to go to college to be a fucking racist.
You don't have to go to college to be a
But
racist.
did you just not run into any black folk in your whole life that you even had to
they
work
did. They
with?
hate them.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's
A lot of extra energy.
A lot of extra energy wasted. There's a lot of better things they could do, but hey, hatred is just the fuel they run on a day.
That's it, man.
And he got lucky because they dropped his charges.
Thank goodness.
Because the evidence.
They should
What
have.
charges?
There was no charge. He did nothing
the
wrong.
speeding ticket is still pending, but
Okay.
they dropped the cocaine charges. Still don't know.
They
who
dropped the
tested
bird
We don't
shit
even know if he
charges.
was speeding because at this moment it all seems.
Right.
At this moment, yeah, everything should just be dropped. Let's just.
It's all alleged, man.
It's all alleged at this moment.
Well, speaking of allegedly for the last couple of weeks, not even allegedly, it's a fact at this point. Sad to say, but our oxygen system, it's not even the rainforest, just our oxygen system for half the damn fucking continent, excuse me for being a little passionate about this subject. However, the Amazon rainforest has been burning all summer. Let's just say that. It's been burning all summer. Fires upon fires upon fires. I don't know if you guys seen any of the pictures online with the animals and just the devastation. Like, I never felt so much emotion from an animal in a picture before, ever since they started to hit pretty well to home. So what do you guys think about? Do you think it has anything to do with maybe us pulling out of the climate control, that nobody's really reporting on it or doing anything about it, or think we're ever going to try to do anything to kind of avoid it or stop it? What do you think?
We're still just not careful with the planet, period. So until we are, I mean, this shit gonna keep on. It's gonna be a continuous cycle throughout our decades. I mean,
It is a sad thing to think about, but the fact that these fires were going on for like 3 weeks and it hadn't hit the media, the news cycles, like anywhere. Like, you had barely heard a blip that a place where we get 20% of our oxygen on this planet is just burning.
20% is a lot.
that's crazy, man.
Burning up. Like, and they're clearing it. Like, these were fires that were pretty much started by people so where they could have their cattle graze there. Like, that's what they were doing. And I just don't understand why you would want to burn down the rainforest.
Because they just want
Because they don't want to outsource and pay nobody else for their land to use and all that.
I mean, do we really need that much meat?
We don't need that much meat. We don't.
To kill an entire part of the country, like the entire part of the world, like we're just gonna destroy it. Like we are, like there's already been a glacier that is no longer a glacier. They declared it as the first glacier that just, it's gone. We've lost a glacier.
Yeah, man.
And
This
you know,
Not too long
they keep
ago,
counting
the
those.
Greenland ice sheet lost 11 billion tons
is
of
wild.
freaking ice.
like, this
And
shit is-
Amazon is burning down. We have a global
This is going on.
climate crisis going on right now,
a
and
real
people need
global
to
crisis.
wake up and address it. Like, our politicians and leaders and everyone need to get on the same page, because if we don't stop this, we are screwed for the future.
All bad.
It's going downhill quick, and it's not looking pretty.
It's definitely not.
And I really think we may need to lessen up on some meat.
Lessen up on some meat. Like, you know, there's a lot of vegan restaurants out there.
Not a vegan.
Not a vegan at all. Like, I like meat. Like, fuck it. Like, we not
Shout
gonna
out to the
even
vegans,
fake
though,
the fun.
man. Y'all
But
definitely
shout out.
making
But
y'all
lessen
little
up. Maybe
lifestyle.
do meat
I have
twice
friends
a
that are
month
vegan.
instead of every other day. Or, you know, you can. There's still a lot that you can do.
Sans meat.
Yeah, I'm on all the wrong shit. Swine.
Oh, well, we're not gonna give up that swine
You know what
now.
I'm saying? This is all bad. But, you know,
We're not gonna give up that swine.
Let's hope people wake
Yeah,
up and, you know, decide that we might need to protect some of these
I participate
vital
in it.
parts of the world,
definitely.
because we kind of all need them. But that's all I can hope. That's all I can hope is that people decide at some point in time we need to all wake up and just
Come
work-
together, put
come
some money
together and
towards
try to
it,
figure-
and
try to
let's
figure these problems
fight
out.
this.
We need to figure them out, because if we don't, we're in hell. We're in for a world of trouble.
No, you said it right the first time. We're in hell.
We're currently in hell.
Yeah, this is rap. Rap.
Our commander in chief, right?
What? Since you said our commander in chief,
Oh, you like how I did that?
since you insist,
I mean, I'm just.
since you insisted, I'm just quoting the fact that he called himself the chosen one. He been coming at these Jewish folks necks all weekend, all week, all month. He just been coming at them. The stock market is crashing. We on the verge of a recession. It's all bad. So I don't know which one scares you guys the most. Like, what scares you? It's a long list of things.
It's a long list of things.
It's a little bit of a long list. We got a little time. It's a little bit of a long list. So, I mean,
I'll say it like this.
what's the most concerning?
All of the issues are absolutely concerning because they all just feed into one another. Like each of these issues that he talked about, like the fact that we have a current commander-in-chief who happened to look up while on camera and said, I am the chosen one. What? When did you become the second coming? Like, when did this happen? Can you walk on water? Are we about to turn water into wine? Because it doesn't seem like it.
They can't even get a decent meal at the White House.
Like, it seems like you have the audacity to just go and tweet some random dumb stuff and cause our stock market to literally swing 800 points in a negative direction. Like, we were up 200 at one moment, and the next thing you know, boom, lost 800 points. Gone.
It doesn't affect him, so it's
like you are
needs to affect him.
single-handedly destroying America, and he's not even single-handedly doing it. Like, I think he knows what he's doing, and the Republicans are just assisting him do.
Oh my God, they're such.
And they're just complacent as ever can be. Like, they're literally letting this man just walk upon democracy
That's
as
what I'm
if
saying.
it doesn't exist.
I see him like a little destructive ass, like little kid and shit that like gets off with like imagery of like bombs and shit like that, and just shit fucking up shit, like tearing up America. Like
A menace.
A menace.
A
You know what I'm
menace to
saying?
society.
He definitely gives me
Our
that.
president is a menace to society.
He
We said
gives
it.
me that.
A menace to society, absolutely racist. Just
It's
dishonest,
he's a confirmed racist.
disloyal.
It's confirmed.
I think
Just-
that this is definitely confirmed.
The
He's
fact that he would
confirmed
even
racist.
The
decide
racism
that
is at a strong 100%.
it's a strong 100% right now. He loves his white nationalists. He loves his white supremacists. There's very fine people on both sides, allegedly. But that's just...
Racist, stereotypical, just all the above. I just don't understand. I feel sorry for the Jewish people who are under attack. Like, I guess every week we have to feel sorry for whoever the president is attacking this week.
And there's always a minority group.
Of course.
Every time.
Like, he said Mexicans are rapists, drug dealers, and criminals.
He said
He
that.
banned all Muslims.
Banned. That's still happening.
He keeps going after the gay community. He goes after the black community. He's going after every flipping minority community that there is.
That's what I'm saying. A little destructive ass kid. And he got
And he
all this
doesn't
power.
Went
care.
after the gang, the four women.
I mean, because
four
the
women
money,
Congress.
the money's
Squad.
one thing, but then to say, okay, I'm controlling a whole country, a whole nation, like that's just too much. That's
He had
too
enough to
much.
say, I hereby order that nobody deal with China. Listen, you can't hereby order. I don't know where he thinks he is. That is not how it works in America.
That's not how it works. He's taking this executive order like straight to the top of the dome.
That is not how this works.
He's taking
You
it
can't
straight
hear
to the
about order
head.
nothing.
No chaser.
You are not a king.
He thinks that he is. I think that might be
Yeah,
what
that's
it
what
You
I'm
is.
saying.
do not have a king here.
He power tripping, man.
Power
Like-
tripping. A strong power
I just don't know
He power
if
tripping
it
for
happens
sure.
he loses. I just don't know if he's gonna leave the White House. I don't even know. Like, I just don't think he's gonna leave
Donald better leave in peace now. Don't
peacefully.
Do that.
I just don't think it's
that.
gonna happen.
Don't do that. He better
The
leave
way he
peacefully.
acts, no,
He gets to keep his fucking Secret Service.
he's not gonna go quietly into the night. That's gonna be a hard lesion to remove.
No, because
like, that is
he's
gonna
gonna
be like
get out
a
of jail. They're gonna convict him.
deep-seated, rooted war
He's
type,
gonna get out of presidency. They're gonna convict him.
ingrown
Real
piece
quick.
of. Ugh. trying to
He gotta
excise
get
it.
Because you
convicted.
can't
He
convict
ain't
the
even
sitting
there.
president, allegedly.
Canada allegedly a sitting
I think that is the dumbest shit anybody has ever wrote. How do you give somebody the biggest power? Like, America is all your fucking stepkids. That's what you should be taking the job as. Like, damn, I'm responsible for all these fucking people. Not just the fucking supremacists or the white nationalists. Responsible for every fucking body. Like, you should be accepting everybody at this point.
Should be. It should be.
So let's hope everybody prepares for their recession. Get you some plenty of drinking water while they got it. Stock up, because I don't know.
Stock up.
Stock up, man, for real. Because that shit right there, that recession, man, that shit hit black folks, that shit hit us hard. You know what I'm saying? Because we was in them little decent little middle class homes, renting them and shit like that. Man, banks came, took all that shit. That was tough. That was real tough, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, through the grace,
Destined to have another.
we definitely made it through. And I think now we know how to maneuver a little bit better because we done, that shit hit hard the first time. Like, man, America wasn't expecting to get hit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think now, you know what I'm saying? If not, y'all should definitely be bracing yourself, you know, because this shit is crazy, man.
This is going to get rougher, so let's keep an eye on that. That'll be another topic for the next couple of episodes because there's always something to talk about with Donald Trump. So
Always.
we'll definitely we'll be coming back to that on another episode. But neither here nor there. It's time for our new little segment. We're calling it Final Thought. Everybody has a final thought, just something people need to know. So go ahead and start with Shelly.
Okay. I'm gonna say it like this. I know everyone is just losing their minds over this new Popeyes chicken sandwich. Sorry, Popeyes. But listen, I do not understand it. Like, I don't understand.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I get if it's a good chicken sandwich. Like, I understand. Absolutely. Go try the sandwich. But the fact that there are lines, they are running out of chicken. Like, I feel like it's the most
Like, y'all can't,
bland
wait a
delivery
second.
ever.
A chicken place can't run out of chicken. Like, let's
That's
just...
like your Popeyes chicken.
you can't run out of
How did that
chicken.
happen?
Chicken is in the name. Okay.
In the name, so I'm very... Until Popeyes reconciles that, I just don't think I want to deal with the sandwich. Like, eventually I might try it when it dies down. Just to see what it tastes like. But at this moment, I do not care enough. But I don't really love seeing people snap on internet over this chicken sandwich. I didn't even want to calm
going
down.
down.
Like, it's like
going down.
a
It's just a sandwich.
phenomenon
That's
right now.
crazy.
It's just
like
a
a
sandwich.
phenomenon.
Crazy.
Like,
So
it's crazy.
that's just my final thought. I just
Shout out to Popeyes.
I'm not sure.
Y'all made a lot of money within the last
Great
2
job.
weeks. Like,
I'm still here for
goddamn.
Chick-fil-A.
I know y'all shit went like this.
I want everyone to
did go
calm
up.
down
They
over
still
this
probably
chicken
went the fuck
sandwich,
up.
and we will all eventually get to try this chicken sandwich.
And yet, be on the lookout for the little, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do a little haul about it, you know what I'm saying? The Popeyes chicken sandwich. We're going to bring it to y'all, you know what I'm saying?
When we finally get our hands on
When
one.
we finally get our hand, we tried to get it tonight, but damn, ran out of chicken. Like, this shit is a real
Crazy.
thing. So, yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that. But yeah, shout out to Popeyes, though.
It's a good final thought. That's a good one.
Okay, well,
Brandon?
you know what I'm saying? My final thought that I want to bring to the viewers, which we greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching and subscribing, most importantly. So, you know, if you're in these neighborhoods or, you know what I'm saying, apartment complexes and shit like that, and, you know, you got pets, your dogs, which, you know, a lot of people do, mainly man's best friend, woman sometimes. Walking your dogs, listen, just pick up your dog shit, okay? Like, just pick up your dog shit, and especially you people with them big ass dogs and look like horse shit, and y'all just leaving it there, and people are potentially stepping in these fucking. Come on, man, just pick up your dog shit. You know what I'm saying? It just drives me crazy. You know what I'm saying? To see dog shit everywhere, and y'all know y'all ain't shit because y'all sit there and just look around and see it, and make sure nobody there, and y'all just fucking walk the fuck off. Like, y'all not shit for that. Just pick up your dog shit. You wanted the dog, okay? You don't want the dog shit and all in your house and shit like that, because what you gonna do? You gonna pick it up. So just, you know, have some respect.
That's
So,
reasonable.
I agree.
That's acceptable.
I can't even argue. Perfect.
That's acceptable. That's acceptable. It's so sad. My final thought. I just hope that African American men stop killing each other. That's gonna be my final thought, because after this week, I heard that for one, they're dying African American men are dying the most because of police shootings, and then like we're already out here killing each other. Like, it's not serious. Like, rob a nigga, break a finger, keep it pushing. You don't gotta take his life. Like, it's not that serious. And at the end of the day, they kid go to school with your kid. One kid growing up without a daddy. Now you in jail. It's just,
you killing two birds with one stone. So you helping the man. Like, we just need to cut this shit out. You know what I'm saying? We need to wake the fuck up. It's dumb as fuck. And you know what I'm saying? Just recently, we're gonna throw that in there too. To your final thought, we gotta do better. We gotta do better, because right now we are broadcasting. You know what I'm saying? We are from Phoenix. We were broadcasting from Phoenix, Arizona. You know what I'm saying? This shit just past week, we made the top list for most killings and shootings. You mean to tell me we beat Chicago and all this? Like, what the fuck is going on? So that's another thing. We just
that's a whole nother city. Chicago is a whole nother.
Well, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Chirac.
But this is world news, and it has been a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? And we hear and we kind of see it, but to see it like that, it's like, damn. So let's just, you know.
Niggas got families and shit. They got kids
everybody
and shit.
got families,
like,
man. We get it. Everybody trying to feed their families and shit like that, man.
Feed your family, go out, get your money, like
That's
everybody
it.
else get their money, pay their taxes, pay your taxes, because this shit is just, I'm over
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Let's do
not
this
good.
shit the right way. Let's show them like Cube say. Let's beat them at their own game. Let's walk up in there and show them that we equal. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this shit the right way. So, you know, let's go get it together.
Learn from experience and lessons learned. But with that being said, thank you for tuning in to News Better Late Than Never. I'm Desiree.
I'm Sully.
I'm Brandon.
And this is Wayne Faye and Company. Please subscribe.
Please
Thanks
subscribe,
for tuning
baby.
in.
Thank you for tuning in. Yay, yay. Woo!